Hello everyone, and welcome back to another day of art. We're continuing with artist statements by creating our own artist statements today. Our goals today are: I can create my own artist statement, I can explain my own artistic interest through my artist statement. Our vocab for today is still artist statement, interests, passions, and style. Yesterday we looked at some different artist statements and learned things about these artists without even seeing their work. Today we're going to practice by making our own artist statements. To do this, we're going to answer 3 questions. 1. What is your favorite material to use to make art and why? 2. What is your favorite subject to create an art and why? And 3. What do you want people to feel when they look at your art and why? Something important about artist statements is making sure your thoughts are complete when you are answering the prompts. What's a good example of a response? Let's go through some not so good and some good examples of our prompts. So for that first one where we're talking about our favorite subject in art, a not so good one might be, I like landscapes, so I draw landscapes. A good example could be, I love being outside and I want to keep that feeling with me in my art, so I draw landscapes of places I have been. Notice how the second example tells us the reason for why landscapes are their favorite subject, whereas the first response, you would have had no idea. Let's try another. And say our prompt is, tell me something that you learned. A not so good example would be, I learned to draw better. And a good example would be, I practiced drawing a realistic portrait. I used shading to make the nose look like it came off of the face on the page. The first example is a little vague or unclear, whereas that second example is very specific and it's about a specific thing that they learned, shading. Let's try one more. What difficulties did you have? How did it work out for you? A not so good answer would just say nothing. A good answer would be, the hardest part is getting the walls of the house to stand up. I tried tape, staples, and glue. I finally decided to add an L brace and it worked. Now I hear some of you say, but Ms. Danny, nothing was hard. I aced this project. It's important to think of anything that could be hard, even if it feels small now that it's done. Was it hard to choose an idea? Or what about choosing the colors? What about when the pencil breaks from pressing down too hard? I do expect there to be some difficulties in art, as that's part of the learning process. With art, it's okay not to have everything go exactly as planned, because it helps us learn that we can do things differently the next time we try. It's important to be honest with yourself when you're creating art, because that honesty helps you grow as an artist, because you're more open to the process of trying again. Alright, so just like with these examples, as well as with the practice statements from yesterday, I want you to create responses to those 3 questions from before, which are, 1. What is your favorite material to use in art and why? 2. What is your favorite subject to create in art and why? And 3. What do you want people to feel when they look at your art and why? Remember, we are using complete sentences and really focusing on the why of your response. I will have some sentence starters attached to this discussion for each of the questions if you would like to use them. You can type out your responses or write them out on paper and take a photo to upload if that is easier for you to get your ideas out. That's all that I have for you today. Have a great day and I will see you later. Bye!